Hello, this is Paul Kempler with Kempler Design. Thank you for watching the Kempler Design vlog. We're today going to talk about how to replace motors. So many people are doing tubular motor systems for their roller shades these days, and we're just going to do a quick overview of what would be required to do if you had to change out a motor. It's actually very easy. In this case, it involves 3 different motor systems: Rollease, Somfy, and alpha tubular motors. It also would include Hunter Douglas as well, but it's a little different process. This one is pretty consistent, so let's take a peek. So the first thing that we have to do is take down the shade. You'll notice the ladder's up at the top, and on this side over here, right at this location, that is the idle end. It just has a little plug that inserts inside of the bracket on the side that you can release. And on this side is the motor end. That one can be raised and lowered too, and I'll show you when I bring it down what that end looks like when you take it down. But here's how easy it is to do. What I'm going to do now is roll up the shade . That will make it easier to work on. So here you see the motor head. And the way that it works is that all we have to do is first take this piece off. Sometimes it has screws that are right here and right here. You might have to remove those. And you can see by the end, remember I talked about how I was going to show this? Right here, you can see how there's a little edge right here. That goes into the bracket. Let's say the bracket is like here, oops, and it goes into it and then clamps down in there. That's how you take it out. So you just lift it and pull it out. Now you have your motor and you just extract it. Very easy. It's got a little attachment here to hold it on and another piece here. Now, this is called a crown and drive. This part is the drive. It inserts into the tube with these little areas here. And this side is the crown that makes it fit to the size of the tube that you have. So what you're going to do now is remove this screw and disconnect this. I'm going to do my best to show how this is done. You get a Phillips head screwdriver, which I'm connecting. And right here, this is not easy to do on camera. There we go. I'm just gonna go right inside here, unscrew this. Not completely off, very, very close. Now it's off. Put that screw aside, you'll need it again. Take this off. This is 2 pieces, but that's not relevant to this conversation. This has that you look and you can see a smaller one on the inside for an 1.5" tube. And then since this is a 2" tube, it has this outer piece. And then you want to take both of these pieces off. One inserts inside the other to the end. Okay, so now this one is completely off. What we're going to do is take the tube, which in this case is an Alpha Tubular Motors. You're going to get it in a box like this. I'm going to open it. I've already fully charged this unit, and it looks identical to what we had before. So what we're going to do is put all the pieces on. First of all, we need to put on the pieces that go at the motor side. So we're going to slide on the small one that goes right over the top. Make sure that this ridge right here, see it, how it sticks up a little bit more, goes on the side where the motor is. And then this guy, the next adapter, is going to go also over the top, and those will connect better later. We won't worry about that for right now. Then we're going to take this part again and slide it on so it goes, well, first of all, you have to take the, see that? All kinds of little stuff. You have to take the screw off, because it always comes with that screw. So I'm doing that right now. And yes, you can use power tools. In fact, I normally do. I'm just doing it this way so that I can show you if you don't have the power tools, you can just use a regular screwdriver. You're going to slide this guy. I'll show you again. You got that end, that piece, I'm trying to show you the lighting. There you go. And that just slides right on. And then you put the screw in this hole, which I can't do on camera. There we go. So it's now inserted, barely. I haven't screwed it yet. Okay, so now you can see I've got it inserted in the hole, and I needed the screw on there to create the pressure, and I'm just gonna screw it all the way in. You want to screw this very firmly. You don't want to strip the screw out, but you want a firm connection. And it is tight now, and I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. Okay, good. And then what we're going to do is you'll notice these little pieces here. We're going to slide this in so it matches up. It slides nicely. If it's not moving clearly, it's because you don't have it lined up correctly. Then here, what we're going to do is make sure that this guy is connected in a good place. Just spin it until it goes to where it's supposed to. And I'm struggling to find that location. Let's see if I can do this again. Right here. There we go. You can see how it connects right to the end, no gap. And then this guy goes, again, has a little notch. So find the notch location. So this comes right to the end, just like that. And then you take this and slide it in, and you are done with the motor assembly, but you can see that it also needs this piece again to go on. The way that I do it is this little notch section that I showed you earlier. I want that to face down. And the reason why is because if we look right here, do you see this little button? That button, I want to make sure that I have access to it from the bottom to press it, to make adjustments. So this needs to face towards the bottom. Let's go like this. And now it faces just towards the front when these fit the brackets. So they would sit like this, and the buttons right here. Now we need to install it. The next thing that we're going to do before I install it is actually pair it to the correct channel. So I have my remote control, and I know that on this remote, it's channel 5 and it's channel 7. We won't go into the details on that, but you can see channel 5 is right here. So what I'm going to do is press and hold this button to turn it on, and it jogged. And now I'm going to press up and down and the center button. And did you see it jog? That means it's now on channel 5. Now I'm gonna move it to channel 7. And I'm going to again press this button, just tap it. You saw it jog. I'm gonna hit up and down and then the center button. Up and down, center button, and you saw it jog. So now it is set for the channels. I will set the limits shortly. I'm now going to reinstall the shade at the proper window. It was not at the proper window when I did it. And I will show you the technique. Make sure that when you're doing it, you keep the motor side at the top because there's nothing holding it there and it can fall out. Don't let that happen. So what I do is I take that idle end and I place it in the hole on the far end, and then place those little notched areas, and that's it. They are completely in. Also going to take this antenna section and put it behind the shade so it's out of the way. So the next thing that we're going to do is set the upper and lower limits. In setting the upper limit, you'll notice that the shade next to it has the limit that was set before, so we want to match it. So what we're going to do now is lower the existing shade and try and match it up exactly with that. I can make micro adjustments as far as that. It doesn't look the same, but that's because the painters that were here reverse the shades, and I'm going to change it for them. But what we need to do now is take the remote again, and to set the upper limit, what we're going to do is press the up and down button, and then the center button twice, and then the up button. So press, tap, tap, up. And you'll notice that it jogged, so it's been set. After we finish setting the upper limit, we're going to do the lower limit next. So the way that I'm going to do that is lower the one that's next to it so that I can know where the bottom limit set is. It's going to stop on its own when it gets to the bottom. And then I will match that with this. I'll put it in the right channel, which in this case is number 5. Trying to get the light. You know what? Forget the light. It's number 5. We're going to hit the down button so that I can lower number 5 to the correct position. When it gets there, matching the other one, I'm going to hit the center button, the stop button, which is right there. And then I'm going to go up a little bit just to match where it was. And now, since you saw some of the issues that you can have with this, I'm going to show you a way to fix it. There's a feature that allows us to go incremental control. So what I'm going to do is go up, down, center, and then up. You saw that it jogged. Now when I hit the down button, watch. Down just a little bit. That's where I want it. I'll go one more. Nope, up. Right there. And now I'm going to go, this is how you set the lower position. You're going to press up and down together, press the center button twice, and then hit the down because it's the lower position. So it's going to be press, double, tap, down. You'll notice that it jogged. It's now been set. But the problem yet you'll find is that if you hit up, watch what happens. Incremental use. So what we do is we hit up, down, center, and then down. to turn off incremental mode. Now, when I hit the up position, it goes right to the top, and I'm going to test it for top and bottom limits. So everything seems to be working perfectly, and that is how you reset your tubular motors if you have to, for some reason, change them out. Thank you for watching the Kempler Design vlog.